Federal officials are expected to be in Maine today to investigate a plane crash in Avon.
Yeah, a Maine game warden was killed in that crash yesterday morning, and our Leanne Stapleton is live and has the latest. Good morning.
Hi, Lee and Sharon. So the game warden that passed away in that plane crash has been identified as 50-year-old Joshua Tibbetts. That crash happened around Schoolhouse Pond in Avon, which is about 15 miles north of Farmington. Now, Tibbetts, he served in the warden service for 18 years, with 3 of those as a pilot. Officials say that Warden Tibbetts was helping to stock fish in lakes and ponds in the western part of the state yesterday. And officials with the Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife say the loss of Tibbetts is a tragedy.
We're grieving the loss of a dedicated public servant, colleague, and member of the Maine Warden Service. Our hearts are out to Josh's family, his mother, father, his children, his entire extended family.
Josh is a dedicated veteran of the Maine Warden Service who has put himself in harm's way many times to protect the people of the state of Maine, as well as our natural resources.
Governor Janet Mills commented on the tragedy, saying in part, "My heart is with the warden's family and loved ones, their colleagues at the Maine Warden Service, and all affected by this tragedy." Now later today, the FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board are expected to be in Maine investigating that crash, and a procession is expected to bring Warden Tibbetts from the ME's office in Augusta to a funeral home. Lee?
All right, Leanne, thank you. And Tibbetts is the 17th Maine game warden to die in the line of duty. This according to the nonprofit The Officer Down Memorial page. More recently, in March of 2011, game warden Daryl Gordon was killed in a plane crash on Clear Lake, which is in Piscataquis County. He worked for the agency for 25 years. So if you include Tibbetts and Gordon, 10 officers have now died in the line of duty in Maine since the year 2006.
A man accused of murdering his girlfriend's son is expected to appear in court today for a hearing. Daniel Markey is accused of shooting and killing Christopher Nickerson in March of 2025. Both men lived in Norridgewock on River Road. His trial is expected to start in August. This hearing today is for pretrial motions.
Also today, a man charged with murdering his girlfriend is expected to appear in a courtroom. Austin Doucette allegedly shot Michaela Rose DeSantis multiple times at his apartment in Carrabassett Valley back in March. Court documents say he's the one who called 911 to get her to a hospital and then told dispatchers at the time his gun had accidentally gone off. She later died at the hospital. Today's hearing is to decide whether or not Doucette should be allowed to access weapons.
We are waiting to learn more about a fire that happened at a recycling center in Portland. According to the Portland Fire Department, crews responded to an all-hands fire last night at Radius Recycling on Riverside Street. The fire department says a large pile of scrap metal had caught fire, but we don't yet know exactly how that started. This week, the Bangor City Council approved a new ordinance targeting a growing homeless encampment near the library.
City councilors say this comes amid rising concerns about homelessness and public safety. The rule bans storing any personal belongings on downtown sidewalks. Some residents say the ordinance could push people out of public spaces without addressing the root cause of homelessness. Councilors say the goal here is to keep the sidewalks clear and safe because there have been plenty of complaints about blocked walkways, and they continue to grow.
One of the issues that we've been facing downtown is the blocking of the sidewalks with different materials, and so the ordinance was something that was missing. If we didn't have this ordinance, there's nothing stopping me from putting my stuff on the sidewalk, and that clears up that loophole.
City leaders say this ordinance will take effect 1 week from tomorrow.
The city of Lewiston is not moving forward with the proposed school budget. The final vote was just over 1,000 votes for and more than 1,400 against. Out of the 2,500 or so people who voted, 1,500 said that the proposed budget was too high at nearly $130 million. The locally funded portion of the school budget would have been 8% higher than the current one. Superintendent Jake Langless says that several factors are contributing to the budget increase, including the increasing costs of transportation, power, and health insurance.
SAD 75 in the Harpswell area is one of several school districts around the state considering what to do with older buildings. Today, community members can provide some input on a few different plans. There are 3 options. 2 of them would involve major renovations at 1 or 2 schools and then constructing a brand new school or maybe 2. There's a 3rd plan that would involve building 3 just brand new schools. The forum is set to begin 5:30 tonight. It will happen at the Harpswell Community School.